one of the things we've talked about in the past is the E-Myth, the book by looking at it, Michael Gerber, the E-Myth, Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. In your opinion, what is that E-Myth? What's your interpretation of the E-Myth that most small business owners believe that is the root cause of a lot of their problems?
Well, the way I understood that book, which was one of the first book I read, like, I don't know, 15 years ago, when I found it, like, well, it's a short, simple book, and it shows just so straightforward. It's basically, if you feel like you're the best technically at something, like you're the best plumber, the best electrician, the best carpenter, you should start your own business, because you're probably better than your own boss. So that's the first idea that comes to mind. But again, when you actually start a business, you realize that the only important thing is not just to be good at operations and doing the actual stuff. You need to be good at so many different things, like finance, sales, marketing, HR, customer service, IT. So you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. So that's where I think most, like, startups fail, because they are very good at what they do technically, but not at the rest of what a company needs,
There's a common thread through the book. I think her name is Sarah, and she owns a pie shop. And in this story, he's having this conversation. I think her name's Sarah. She definitely makes pies. And she was really good at making pies. And everybody told her, Sarah, you should open up your own bakery and make your pies. And she was like, yeah, I love making pies. And then she did that. And then shortly thereafter, she hates the business, and it's sucking the life out of her. And she's up to her eyeballs in debt, and she's exhausted, because she believed the myth that in order to be a successful pie maker, you just have to be good at making pies. And I remember when I read that, I just read that book, even though people have been telling me about it for years. I just read it in the last year or so. And I thought, man, I wish I had read this book 25 years ago, because it would have saved me a lot of heartache, because that's what I believed. I remember thinking, here I am managing these complicated multi-million-dollar commercial projects. I can go build custom homes and do renovations and things like that. And wow, was I in for a surprise.
I'll be better than my boss. It's easy.
Yeah. Why am I remember thinking this. I'm making this big company all this money. Why not just go make it myself? And
exactly.
It was so naive. And because I thought it was all about building, and that everything else would just sort of take care of itself. And yeah, like cash flow. I remember, how stupid was this, thinking I just never thought about cash flow. I just sort of, I guess, assumed it would take care of itself.
Yeah.
And wow, was I wrong about that? That is for certain.